Hello and welcome back. In today's lesson, we're going to take a quick look at the stack, the tools, and the free accounts that you'll need to be able to build the John Doe CRM. So let's review together. The learning objectives then is number one, you'll be able to explain in plain language what each layer of the stack does and why it was chosen. Then we're going to install the coding agent and the 4 Forge skills, which I provide. Then you'll drive the build with. You'll create the 4 accounts the app needs and collect the keys each one gives you. You'll set up your environment variables safely and explain why a real secret never should leave your env.local file. You should not commit these to GitHub or share them publicly with anyone. So this is the setup lesson. You can think of it as a checkpoint. You get this right once and every later lesson just flows automatically. You don't have to keep installing the tools every time you want to build a new application. So you'll do 3 things mainly. You're going to understand the stack, install your tools, and sign up for your services. So a quick summary table then is in order. The John Doe CRM is a production grade but approachable, and almost all of it is free to start. Here's what each piece will do for you. So the framework that we use to build it is called Next.js. It will take care of the app routing, use React 19 and TypeScript to help you build the system, and one code base for the screens and the server will be the solution that we'll use here. For database, we're going to choose Neon, a serverless database, which is basically a PostgreSQL database with the Drizzle ORM kit, where your leads, your clients, and your invoices will live. So Drizzle keeps this in order. Your authentication to take care of who can log in and are they allowed to log in, we can handle with BetterAuth. This will do the login, email verification, and role-based security without building it yourself. We will choose to use Resend, which is basically an email provider for developers. And I'll show you all the websites where you can go and read more about each of these and then install them if you haven't got them already. For dictation, this is optional. We can use the web speech or the OpenAI Whisper, like we have in the example, so that you can talk instead of type. So accurate transcription as a backup. For invoicing, we will use JavaScript PDF library, which will help us turn the invoice into a downloadable PDF. For hosting, we're going to do that on a very popular Vercel.com platform. This will help us turn your code into a live website on every push so that the public can access your site from anywhere. You can even register subdomains or main domains that they host for you for very cheap, as little as $10 a year. So you don't need to be an expert in any of these. The agent will write the code that use them for us. You just need the account and the keys and to understand at a high level, after reading a bit of the documentation from each of these technologies, how they fit into the bigger picture. So mainly the tools that we will use is Claude Code, Anthropic Coding Agent, but you can also use Codex if you have Codex. So this is the teammate that's going to help you write the code. We're going to use Node.js and Git, the engine that runs the app locally, and the save game system for your code. So with an analogy of saving a game that you might be playing, it makes sure that your code is protected and saved in the cloud. Okay, and that's it. So now we have all the basic skills to get started. You can use CLS to clear the screen. You can use the CD John Doe CRM to change directly into it. And if you type dir, it will show the files that it just installed for us. More on that later. So let me explain what this mainly installed other than the basic scaffolding. So you will have access to the App Forge, the Agentic Builder onboarding, the Diagram Forge, and the Code Spec Forge skills, which will now all be available to invoke with your agent. So I'll explain how they work in a minute. And so you'll build your own CRM in a fresh empty folder. The clone here is just to grab the skills and keep the references handy. So then you will need the following accounts, and they're all free to start. You will need a Vercel account, so just follow along with these instructions. You'll need a Neon database, create a project, and copy the pooled connection string. The easiest path is to let Vercel provision it for you with its Neon integration, so no manual copying. We will use Resend for the email. So make sure that you've signed up at Resend, verify sending domain. You add the DNS records that they show you and then create an API key. Just follow along with their documentation and instructions. Your from address must be on that verified domain. So make sure that you also create a domain under Vercel if you don't have one that you can then use with Resend. And then you can use a subdomain. So if your domain is called mydomain.com, you can have app.mydomain.com, for example. In OpenAI, you can do a dictation optional add-on if you want with the Whisperflow, but that's not essential for the course. This summarizes the environment variable settings, the settings that connects all of this together. So the app will validate its settings on the boot schema in the source library env.typescript file. So if a required variable is missing or malformed, the app will refuse to start. This is by design, not a bug. Real values live only in the .env.local file, which is git ignored, meaning it doesn't get commit to GitHub and stays on your local computer for safety. Now, these are what we call environment variables, and for our course, these are the important ones. The database URL for the Neon connection, the BetterAuth secret that help you to sign login sessions. It will generate 64 hex character strings. The BetterAuth URL, mostly that will be localhost 3000, but if that port is in use, just tell it to use the next available port, like 3001, 3002, and so on. The owner email, that should be your valid email so that you can be like the administrator of the application. Your Resend API key or your email from details. This is the send plus addresses verification and invite emails logic. So make sure that comes from Resend. Your OpenAI API key for the Whisper dictation if you need it. Here's a little tip. You can generate an auth secret with this command on the command line. So if you need to generate a secret, just copy this and run it on the command line. So just to understand that every key above is a placeholder in any document, video, or screenshot. Real keys go in two places only, your local.env file and your Vercel project settings. Three things that can bite people is you should never commit your secrets, the ones that you store in .env.local. It should be git ignored on purpose. If it's not, just tell the coding agent, please git ignore the .env.local file. And Vercel env pool can override .env.local. So be careful with that if you don't have a backup. So re-add anything that lived only locally, and you must set the same variables in Vercel for production. If a real key is ever exposed, you rotate it, meaning you just change it to a new key at the provider of record, like a Vercel key, a Resend key, a Whisper key. So if you haven't installed Node.js yet, this is a good time to do so. Following the assignment guidelines here, you're going to copy the 4 Forge skills into your skills directory using the command above and confirm the 4 folders are there. You create all 4 accounts in a private notes file, never committed. Paste the keys each one gives you next to the variable name it belongs to and generate your BetterAuth secret with the command above and keep it with the others. Then go through the quiz, and if you have any questions or get stuck, just ask your agent to help you out. But just for reference, I'm going to show you where the websites are and sort of a logical sequence to start if you've never done this before. So the first requirement is to make sure that you visit nodejs.org, read how it works under the documentation if you're not familiar with it, but otherwise make sure that you get Node.js installed for the operating system that you have. But start here and that will guide you. Then make sure you bookmark this site, platform.openai.com, and register there with Google if you haven't. And this is where you'll be able to get an OpenAI API key for various things that you can do with OpenAI, including the Whisperflow. Next, you should visit resend.com. As it says, email for developers. This is what we will be using. Make sure you visit the docs for getting started, the API reference, examples, and the SDK. You can even give some of this documentation to your agent, and for your own understanding, go through the knowledge base. Now, the main one is vercel.com. This is kind of the platform that will host the application to make it available to the public. And you'll be able to deploy your applications to Vercel. So after committing them from your local host to GitHub, GitHub will build and upload it to Vercel. So just sign up there and log in if you haven't got access to Vercel before. And I suggest you start with the hobby plan for now, which is totally free. If you don't yet have a GitHub account, this is where you create one. So sign up over there. So before you get into the next lesson, just make sure that you review the quiz prep. So you should be able to name what each stack layer does without notes. And do you know which 4 accounts you need and which key each provides? Can you explain why a real secret must never appear in a commit, a video, or a screenshot? They are obviously sensitive. They are passwords that should not be shared with anyone, because then people can use those keys to build applications against paid services that you pay for. This is the real reason why you don't want to expose them, of course. Do you know what Vercel env pool does to your .env.local file? I recommend you work through the quiz on your own, and when you feel like you're ready to continue, click here, mark the lesson complete, scaffold the trunk. So we will continue next time with scaffolding the trunk, and see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.